tonight. I'm going to talk about an article that was written and published by BET News on the 13th of June regarding the murder of the African American woman, our sister, Ajike Owens. Reverend Al Sharpton calls for action at funeral of Florida Ajike Owens, a black woman who was shot dead by her white neighbor. National Action Network founder Reverend Al Sharpton has called for action at the funeral of Ajake, or known as AJ, Chantrell Owens on Monday, which was, the 12th of June, who was shot and killed while standing outside her neighbor's door, the Ocala Star Banner reports. Speaking at the memorial service to more than 1,000 attendees, Sharpton said that he related to Owens, who was a single mother, noting that he was also raised by a single mother. Quote, "Mama is there when no one else is there," close quote, he said. Sharpton also shared words of encouragement to Owens' four children. Quote, "Be everything she wanted you to be," close quote, he added. Sharpton then challenged those in attendance to engage in the work of organizing and fighting for justice in the aftermath of Owens' death. "You want to shout, but you don't want to work," he said. "The violence is what happened to AJ. We're here because of violence." He went on to critique the silence of Governor Ron DeSantis, who has yet to speak publicly about the tragic incident. And may I add, this bigoted Republican is not going to speak because he wants to appease those who are just like him. Does DeSantis have laryngitis? Sharpton asked the crowd. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who Sharpton called, quote, "the Attorney General of Black America," close quote, said he is committed to fighting for justice for Owens and her children and that the entire community must stand their ground. "You can't kill our loved ones just because of the color of their skin, just because they're living while black," Crump said. "We cannot let them kill our loved ones for just knocking on a door for loving their children while black." On June 2nd, Owens was shot and killed by Osceola, Florida neighbor Susan Louise Lawrence. According to the sheriff's office, officers responded to separate calls about a trespass incident and a shooting at the same place at approximately 9 p.m. Upon arriving on the scene, Owens was discovered with a gunshot wound in front of Lawrence's apartment. Law enforcement and firefighters attempted to revive Owens. She later died at HCA Florida Ocala Hospital as a result of her injuries. Following the fatal incident, Lawrence was charged with the first-degree felony of manslaughter with a firearm, as well as culpable negligence, battery, and 2 counts of assault. She said that the shooting was out of self-defense, claiming that Owens attempted to break down her door and had previously attacked her, the sheriff's office said. At a vigil, Owens' mother, Pamela Diaz, pleaded for justice. "My daughter, my grandchildren's mother, was shot and killed with her son standing next to her," Diaz said. "She had no weapon. She posed no imminent threat to anyone." Isn't it ironic, down in Florida, in other places, they're always crying about they stood their ground, staying your law. But when black people use the same defense, it's never applicable to them. Charges are automatically brought forth with a guaranteed conviction as well. I'm Tyrone Bowman. Never surrender, never quit.